good evening. Hope everybody is good. Today is 2nd May, right? 2nd May 2025. I want to give you guys an update on the current journey for trading. I think my videos are very, inconsistent. I post today, next week. Things are happening behind the scenes, but then I have to get consistent, like work on it. So for now, I'll try to keep up every single week. I'll try and post videos every single, at least one, at least. I want to give you guys a raw update on my current journey so far and how it's going for trading. By God's grace, I passed. If you watch my last video, I spoke on how I lost $150 on my phase one account. By God's grace, I passed it. Passed the phase one. Took me. I bought the account in March of 2024. I didn't trade it till November of 2024. Yep. And then, because I didn't do that because I do not have an edge. Obviously, you have to have an edge before you come in the market to just start trading. I didn't really have a proven, tested, working edge. I was just trying things. So by September, I hopped on DAX videos on YouTube. I combined that with my knowledge from ICT. Some things were repeating. Some things were repeating, so I just used that as my current strategy, and then that helped me pass phase one. And I passed the phase one on the end of March. I can't remember the exact date, but it was somewhere in March. I'll put the video. I'll put a picture of the two of their account. That's I passed phase one for THnk and Express Funded. That's phase one of two of them. I'm currently on phase two. I passed the phase one like late, I think it was March 29th, like late March ending. And we are now in May. The whole of May, I was just, let me see, I was focused on passing phase two so much that I could not even focus on what the market is giving me. See, it gets to a point where you just have to, should I say, detach. I think that's the right word to use. You have to detach your thoughts, your wants, your worries, your emotions, your I want to buy this and that. Oh no, just have to remove all that. I think you have to move your goal, like everything. Oh, I want to buy this car, this part, this car, I'll buy it. You have to remove all of that because it creates some kind of unnecessary burden on the market, so that you can kind of create certain things which the market are not doing or showing you. So because of us focus on passing the phase two so quick that my emotions were just amok. I couldn't really focus. I had super good clean trades. I think I'll drop some. I'll drop some in a very clean trades. Some of them I'll stop out early. Some of them because of fear, I will just close out. Some too I'll move my SL too much too early. So many little mistakes making my account bleed. Some to just over trading, just over trading. Some to I'll look at somebody's setup, and because his own is going in reverse to mine, let's say I'm buying and he's selling, because he has been trading for, let's say, 4 years, and I've been trading for only 2 years. I'll just look at him and say, you know what, let me do what he's doing. And lo and behold, I am actually right and he was actually wrong. But of course, I did not trust my edge and I was so focused on best passing. So the whole of April, I kind of went into a drawdown again. Again, I now I've lost two for the phase two. I've lost $250 for the express funding, and I've lost $200 for the next. So again, I'm in drawdown again, but you know that I'll come out of drawdown. I will eventually, but right now I have to focus on taking very precise trade, and then also I have to just. I've realized one thing that I just sometimes I kind of impose what I want to see on the market. Let's say I know price will go down, but then I want price to come to a certain level. Some petty things which I cannot really explain, but I think I'll be doing weekly charts up. I'll be showing my weekly outlooks on the YouTube, so I'm sure you see them very soon, and how I do my chart work. So I think these mistakes I made, these petty mistakes, these drawdown, these closing too early, I've marked all of them out, and I'm trying to work on them. Some of them I've put some limits, like a week. I take really 5 trades a week, max 5 trades a week. So I must be very picky with my setups, five maximum. Yeah. So that's about it so far. And this whole week I've learned something so wild. This week alone, I realized two or three things. The first one, I know where price is headed, but I want price to reverse to my point of interest before it goes to gets there. I'll try and show my chart because it's not making sense this way. Let's say price is going up. It broke some previous high. Let's say it's going up like this. It broke a previous high. It's going. You see, usually it will kind of pull back a bit, then continue. So I want price to pull back. I realized this week that price will not do what I want it to do. Probably the reason why it's not pull back is because it has an area of liquidity it is targeting. So if it doesn't hit there, it's not going to revert. It's just going to keep going. Something I realized again this week. And the second, cause of that thing, I usually miss setups because of I want price to reverse to my PUI by force, by force, by force. So I miss setups a lot. And I realized that the second thing that, how do I put this? Where my target for liquidity is my directional bars for the week. Again, I'll have to use my chart to explain that. I'll do that in probably the next video or the weekly lookout. I'll really explain the points I'm making here. Your points or areas of liquidity, they become your directional bars for the week or the day. Depends on the kind of trader you are. So if let's say you mark a point up there as your area of liquidity, that becomes your directional bias. You find setups that support the idea towards that area of liquidity up there somewhere or down there wherever you put yours at. You frame your trades or you take trades that support the idea for price to go to that area of liquidity. Until price get there, that's the point where your area of liquidity is, whether it's up or down, will determine your directional bias. And based on that, you use that to frame your trades to support the idea. So let's say maybe the area of liquidity is up. So that for that week or that day, your directional bias is bullish. So you see some setups may form. Either sometimes price will form another block somewhere and will go come back a bit and not tap the other block and then leave, and then to form liquidity and then tap the second block without going to the deeper one. That is very normal. I've seen that happen, but I realized that as long as the point of liquidity up there hasn't been tapped, price won't be going down deep for liquidity, then now go up again. No, it will just find the closest liquidity or point of interest or area of interest and use that to push price higher, to keep forming other blocks or zones, however you call it, to support the idea until price get there. So you can frame your trades on those setup it form. So we get there. So let's say you realize that for this week the draw on liquidity is price is focused on internal range liquidity, right? Then and let's say it was a bullish market, and then price now focus on internal range liquidity. That's kind of bearish. So for that week, since price is focusing on internal range liquidity, your bias becomes what? Bearish for the week. Then you can now form or find not form but find setups that support the idea. Then you take them until price get to maybe equilibrium or maybe a good discount level. Then you can take it. You can take your TP there and stop. I think that's where I've reached so far. My journey. This video is a bit mixed. My journey plus what I learned this week plus where I am. And now to see because of how April went, where I was kind of in a drawdown, kind of not really making. I was just making L's, massive L's, bro, massive. That puts me in some kind of bad state where I was trying to change my current strategy. I was trying to hop on something else. I got some videos on YouTube that I was going to watch, and I got them. I began to watch them, and I realized something that as I kept watching the videos, it kept making me more and more confused, and I was losing more confidence in what I was using. And I just realized something that I will not watch any videos on YouTube again. I'll just stick with what is working for me right now. Just stick with it, even in times of drawdown. As long as I'm sticking with it and I'm following the rules as I'm meant to follow them, I think I will come out good. I was also thinking of buying a course from Yarmi. I've been saying this, bro. I really want to buy a course. It costs 2,000 Ghana cedis. So I'm trying to pass the fees too and get funded. Then buy the account. Then get the payout. Then I'll use to buy his course. But I said and thought of this. You just hear me out. Think about this for yourself. Let's see. We have option A. Option A. Option A is you stick. You have a certain pattern or edge or strategy you are using to trade. That strategy has made you pass phase one of two different pro firms, and that same strategy is making you make good wins and some losses, obviously because of mistakes. That's your mistake, but then it's helping you. You are passing accounts. You are making that. You are taking good trades. As the and then you get a point of drawdown, like a month of drawdown, and then you are thinking of dropping it for option B, which is you try and rack up some funds and get a mentorship from some experienced guy online. He knows what he's doing, right? But then I want to lean towards option A because I realized that my edge works. It actually works. I've been in for I think 9 months now. Like I've gotten some bits of data about how the market plays out over some not 9 months. Let's say 7 or 8 months thereabout. I've kind of had some time with it. I've said that I've with time I have tweaked some few things and I've seen where price often goes to. I've kind of become used to it. Like I kind of know it and I've even though it's something I learned from someone, I've took it to my personal trading style and it makes a lot of sense to me. So if I just drop all this and I just go and buy a course, it means that I must just unlearn everything I've learned, all the ICT, unlearn everything I've learned, then just take everything he must give me. And then mind you, see for that one, because I don't have any data with it, I must now, backtest with it, spend some time with it, like 1 year again with it, or some months again to fully understand it. And I feel like that's it. That's like it's going to derail my progress I've made over these few months. So I feel like let me just stick with the thing I'm using right now. It's working. Even though month of your come, I feel like that's how I'll learn how to adjust and learn about the model very well. So I don't want to hop on any course again. I don't want to buy any. I just want to stick the same rules I applied. That helped me pass the phase one of two different programs, mind you. Not the same one, two different programs. I passed phase one. Then I might just stick with it more, just spend more time with it and know it very well to a point where I can really tell what's happening, where price could go to most likely. I think so. I want to lean towards option A, but I want to know what do you guys think. So you can drop your comment in the comment section. I'll see and then maybe I'll also try and reconsider. Maybe you have some points I've not really taken into consideration. But that's the journey so far. Currently, it's been last month, April, yeah, on April 5th, I had my 2 year trading anniversary, however you call it, 2 years. I began in April 1st, 2023, and that's wow, bro. So currently it's 2 years and 1 month in. Damn. So far as aspiration, I feel like every day I feel like I'm getting closer. I don't know how to explain it, but then it just did this gut feeling that every day it just that thing I'm looking for it just in front of me. But I might just make some few tweaks and remove some certain errors here and there. I feel like it's so close, just so close. So I feel like to start to go and buy a course again and then go over fresh, it's not really the best option for me right now. So I think I'll just stick with option one. I'll stick with the edge the whole year, next year, whenever. I'll just stick with it. Hop on that quick. Don't waste time, bro. Hop on that quick, cause that will like cuts like a lot of time wasting. But if you're like me, Karen, who is not having mad funds to spend, I must save money for months to buy a membership, bro. YouTube and YouTube and some materials online, some website you can learn something or two. Just try and find something. One person, as even for you to find one person, study him, like just study how he treats and focus on him alone. That's like the kind of advice I'll give you. Find one guy who is reliable, who is teaching, like who has videos on YouTube. Follow only his videos. If you don't get it, just maybe go and read it somewhere, but always stick with him. So you kind of trade like he does. Because if you go type here small, the kind of rules they use for their setup will not apply to you, and then you see that you'll be kind of everywhere and not have something for yourself. So stick to one person, or find two people, at least two or one. Stick with them, and once you get an edge, stick with the edge. Draw down, passing, you are doing well. Stick with the edge. So that edge becomes yours, like so you like to know it's like the back of your hand, bro. Just stick with it. Aside from that, I think that's about it. I'll be dropping the weekly outlook for the next week. That's from May. I think May. Today's Friday, so I think May 5th to May 9th. I'll drop the weekly outlook on some place I've marked out. So I'll see you next time. Peace out.